How many summer romances do you think I can read in 1 week? Let's find out. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel Discover with Kim. I'm Kim, I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to this week's Summer Reading Challenge vlog. This week I think it's the week I'm most excited for in my Summer Reading Challenge because this week I get to read solely summer romance books. That's right, I decided this week that I am going to tackle all the summer romance books that I have sitting on my TBR, at least the ones that are unwrapped, so that, well, summer's kind of coming to an end and I want to get these books read in the height of summer, which is right now. It's literally the end of July, beginning of August, so I think it is the perfect time to dig into a bunch of summer romances and to kind of just fly through them and really get lost in like that summer fling, summer romance haze. I'm so excited. Here is the most important part. These summer romances I am going to be tackling this week, or at least trying to. That's right, I'm going to be seeing how many of these summer romances I can get read in this 1 week. Today is Tuesday, it's currently Tuesday afternoon, and this vlog is going to go live next Tuesday afternoon. That means I have exactly a week to get through as many summer romances as I can. This is my stack. I'm hoping to maybe get through all 5. I know that's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. So let me go quickly through what they are, and then we will pick my first summer romance read for this vlog. I have 5 books picked out that I'm going to try to get through this vlog, at least as many of them as I can. The first one is Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. The next one is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I also have One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter is book number 4. Book number 5 is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. So these are the 5 summer romances I'm hoping to read this week. I'm thinking that we're going to start off with one that I don't know if I want to say most excited for, but that I am pretty excited for and that I have a feeling that I am really going to like, and that is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. And let's talk about why I picked this one first. I picked this book mostly because my sister read it and she really enjoyed it. She said that she thinks that I would really like it. So I figured that I really needed to start this vlog off strong, because if I'm going to try to get 5 books read in 1 week, that's literally like, that's a lot of books. I need one that's going to start me off really strong, that I'm going to kind of fly through because I don't want to put it down, and that I feel like is going to get read pretty quickly because I need to start off strong so I can get all these books done and not be overwhelmed. Since my sister did recommend this one, I have pretty good faith that it's going to be most of those things. I think I'm going to really like it. I think it's probably going to be a quick read. I'm really hoping that I'm going to fly through it. So that is the plan, and I'm going to be starting with this book for my summer reading challenge. How many summer romances can I read in 1 week? Since I picked Summer in the City as my first read, I figured I would tell you a little bit about it. Well, I figured I would just read you the inside blurb because that's all I know about it. Alright? It says, from #1 New York Times bestselling author Alex Astor comes her adult debut novel, Summer in the City, a swoony, fast-paced rom-com set in New York City, in which a screenwriter and a sexy tech CEO go from lovers to enemies and back to lovers again. Okay. Sounds like a second chance and lovers to enemies romance. That could be fun. 27-year-old screenwriter Elle has the chance of a lifetime to write a big-budget movie set in New York City. The only problem? She's had writer's block for months, and her screenplay is due at the end of the summer. In a desperate attempt to get inspiration, Elle ends up back in the city she swore she would never return to, an apartment she could never afford, floor-to-ceiling windows, skyline views, and a new coffee shop to haunt included. It's the perfect place to write her screenplay until she realizes her new neighbor is tech billionaire bachelor Parker Warren, her stairwell hookup from 2 years ago. It's been a lovers-to-enemies situation ever since. Cute. When seeing him again turns into a full night of hate-fueled writing, Elle realizes her enemy, Twisted Muse, just might be the key to finishing her screenplay, if she can stand being around her polar opposite. She writes anonymously, and he's on the cover of every business magazine. He frequents fancy red-carpeted events, and she doesn't like leaving her emotional support 5-block radius. One summer, one wall apart, he needs to fake a buzzy relationship during his company's precarious acquisition. She needs to write a movie about a list of New York City locations. Both need a break from their unrelenting schedules and a chance to rediscover the skyscraper-glimmering, pizza-crusted, sunlit charms of the city. Summers always end, and so will this agreement. It's all pretend, promise, until it isn't. How cute! It's all pretend, promise, until it isn't. That sounds like a Taylor Swift lyric. But that sounds really cute. I'm really excited to read this. So I'm going to get into this, like, in just a little bit, honestly. So let's start reading. page 258 of 292 of Summer in the City. It is a rainy morning, so let's get her all finished up. I did it, my friends. I finished Summer in the City by Alex Astor, so let's talk about it. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is a love story. It takes place in New York City. She is a screenwriter, having writer's block, trying to write a big screenplay. He is a big tech guy who's trying to make a deal happen. They met each other a couple years ago and they ran into each other, so it's a lovers to enemies to lovers story, and it was really sweet. I really enjoyed it. The main character, she is honestly, I loved the personality of the main character because she reminded me so much of myself. She was very much introverted. She very much liked to be home and comfy and in her own little bubble, her own little world. She didn't like to stray too far, and I completely feel that, so I really enjoyed that about our main character. Our main male character was... I liked him. He was very sweet. He was very caring. He fell for her right away, though. That was a little bit much. The love at first sight for me was a little bit much, but I did enjoy it and I loved him. I thought he was really sweet. I loved how he took care of her, and I loved some of the things he would say and some of the sweet lines. I loved some of the sweet things he would do for her. He was a millionaire, so he had a ton of money, so he definitely threw his money around a lot, which I completely get, but also I feel like some of the stuff, I understand that when you have a bunch of money, you can basically do whatever you want, but some of it was just a little bit too much for me, or a little bit unrealistic about the timeline of it. It all just happened so fast and everything, which, of course, it's a book, it's supposed to be sweet, it's supposed to be, amazing, but I was just like, wow, he threw all that stuff together so quickly as someone who's so busy, and it just seemed a little bit unrealistic, but I did really enjoy the story. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, which to me is a really good rating. I would recommend it for anyone who likes romances, who wants a bit of a lighter summer read. It's a little bit spicy. There is some spice in it, more towards the second half of the book, but it's not too spicy. And yeah, it was really enjoyable. It was a really fun summer read. It was light, it was fluffy, it was pretty quick to go through. It is currently Thursday morning, so I read it Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, and then Thursday morning, so I read it in 2 days, I guess you could say, and it was really fun. It was really fluffy, and I do enjoy it, and I would recommend it. Like I said, if you are a romance lover, I definitely would recommend this book. It's really fun for a good summer romance read. Alright, so we have one romance book done for this vlog. We have 2 days in, and we have 4 more books we're hoping to tackle, so let's go grab them. These are the 4 books I have left, and I am thinking the next one I want to read, I think I'm going to tackle the Carly Fortune books, these two, because if I can tackle both of these in a couple days, so today's Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday, finish them by Sunday morning, both of these by Sunday morning, that would be wonderful, because that's another 2 books checked off right away, and then I could hopefully read at least one more, if not both more. I mean, hopefully I can read these even faster, because they don't look too long. They are, so this first one is 333. Oh, that's lucky. It is 333, so that's not too bad. I think I will start with this one, and then the other one is also 3 something. It's 370, so also not too long. They're a little bit smaller books, so hopefully they'll be really fast reads. So I'm thinking my next read will be this one. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Okay, let's talk about my next read. So I believe that this one and the other Carly Fortune book I held up, One Golden Summer, are part of a standalone interconnected series. So you can read each book alone, but they're all interconnected and some of the characters are the same, the place is the same, that kind of stuff. I believe there are 2 other books in this interconnected series. I do not own either of them. I'm not sure what order they go in. I just know this one goes before One Golden Summer, and I know that there's 2 others. One Golden Summer is the most recent release, so that is the last one in this series so far. This one is somewhere in the series, and there's 2 more in the series, but I don't own the other 2. I wonder if they're in here. I can tell you what they're called. Every Summer After. Okay, yeah, okay. So Every Summer After, Meet Me at the Lake, and then This Summer Will Be Different. So I'm guessing Every Summer After is number 1, Meet Me at the Lake is number 2 in this standalone interconnected series. This is number 3, then One Golden Summer is number 4. That would actually work out perfectly if I read 3 and 4, and then maybe later in this year or next year I can read the other 2. That sounds perfect. So, This Summer Will Be Different is my next read. Let us talk about it. It's very rainy out today. Rambo, my sweet kitty, is watching the rain, so enjoy the rain ambiance while we talk about this book. This summer they'll keep their promise. This summer they won't give in to the temptation. This summer will be different. Lucy is a tourist vacationing at a beach house on Prince Edward Island. Felix is a local who shows her a very good time. The only problem, Lucy doesn't know he's her best friend's younger brother. Lucy and Felix's chemistry is unreal, but the list of reasons why they need to stay away from each other is long, and they vow to never repeat that electric night. It's easier said than done. Each year, Lucy escapes to PEI for a big breath of coastal air, fresh oysters, and a crisp vinho verde with her best friend Bridget. Every visit begins with a long walk on the beach beneath soaring red cliffs and a golden sun, and every visit, Lucy promises herself she won't wind up in Felix's bed. Again. Lucy can't help being drawn to Felix, at least she's always kept her heart out of it. When Bridget suddenly flees Toronto a week before her wedding, Lucy drops everything to follow her to the island. Her mission is to help Bridget through her crisis and resist the one man she's never been able to. But Felix's sparkling eyes and flirty quips have been replaced with something new, and Lucy's beginning to wonder just how safe her heart truly is. That sounds really sweet and really fun. I love like a romance that like builds over the years, the yearning and the longing, and then like the relationship builds over the years. So hopefully we get a lot of that in this. I'm really excited to start it. So I'm ready to dig into book number 2 of my week of summer romances. As you guys saw, I started this Summer Will Be Different. I'm only 3 chapters in, so I'm at the start of chapter 4, and I'm on page 36, but so far, I think it's really cute. So I'm really excited to dig into this today and this weekend and see where it takes me. I will say that I kind of love how this book started because it really set up the storyline, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. It looks like we're going to be jumping like timelines back to the past and then the present and the past and present, which I really like books that do that because you like get to learn so much about the story and the development of like relationships and stuff and connections throughout it, and you get to see like why they are where they are now, but like you don't get to know that right away. I think that's really fun, so I am very excited to read this book. Summer romance number 2, officially done. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune, and oh my gosh, this book was so cute. So I finished this book today, and I read it in like 2 days because it was just really, really sweet, and I absolutely loved it. I feel like it was pretty fast-paced, and I ended up giving it 4.25 out of 5 stars. I loved the storyline. I loved the characters. I loved the main character. I loved Felix, the male main character. I absolutely loved him. He was so very sweet, and I just, I love, this book takes place over like 5 years, so you get a lot of jumping back in time and then the present and then back in time and the present. And I really like that because you kind of get to see the story build and the characters develop, and then you get to learn about the connection and why it is so strong as you go throughout the book. And I really love those kinds of stories, and I really like this one, and I feel like the connection was definitely there. And I really enjoyed that. It was pretty spicy, not like overly spicy, but there was some spice in it, and it was enjoyable spice, and it was tasteful. It wasn't too explicit or anything, although I never want to turn down spice. I'm a girl that they can go no spice, there can be a ton of spice, and I will like the book either way. But anyways, there was medium spice in it, and it was just really enjoyable. The storyline was really, really cute, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I will say that it probably could have been about 50 pages shorter. Like I was ready for the story to wrap up a little bit, just a little bit faster than it did, but I feel like the story was as long as it was, just for some character development and to really kind of get the point across. And I see where it came from, and it kind of maybe be like, this is why it may or may not work out between this couple, and this is why. But I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was really sweet, so I would definitely recommend this as a very fun summer read because I absolutely loved it. So that means we are immediately going to jump into book 3 for my summer romances because it is already Saturday night, so we need to get another book read, and that is going to be my other Carly Fortune book, One Golden Summer. So this book just came out this year. I bought it recently, and I figured since it is the next in the storyline from this one. I was like, might as well read it next since I just finished this one. This one was so sweet, so it makes me really want to buy the first and the second in this like interconnected series that I don't own. I really want to buy those, but for now, these are the two I own, and I really like this one. So we're going to jump right into One Golden Summer. Let me read you the back. I never anticipated Charlie Florrick. Good things happen at the lake. That's what Alice's grandmother says, and it's true. Alice spent just one summer there at a cottage with Nan when she was 17. It's where she took that photo, the one of the three grinning teenagers in a yellow speedboat, the image that changed her life. Now Alice lives behind a lens. As a photographer, she's most comfortable on the sidelines, letting other people shine. Lately, though, she's been itching for something more, and when Nan falls and breaks her hip, Alice comes up with a plan for them both. Another summer in that magical place, Barry's Bay. But as soon as they settle in, their peace is disrupted by the roar of a familiar yellow boat and the man driving it. Charlie Florrick was 19 when Alice took his picture from afar. Now he's all grown up, a shameless flirt who manages to make Nan laugh and Alice long to be 17 again, when life was simpler, when taking pictures was just for fun. Sun-slanted days and warm nights out on the lake with Charlie are a balm for Alice's soul. But when she looks up and sees his piercing green gaze directly on her, she begins to worry for her heart. Because Alice sees people. That's why she is so good at what she does. But she's never met someone who looks and sees her right back. That sounds really, really sweet. And since I enjoyed this one so much, I figured let's jump right into it. I'm hoping that it's going to make me giggle and swoon like this one did. This one even, I will say that I am hormonal because it is day 2 of my cycle. But this one did make me tear up and cry a little bit just because like it was so sweet. But yeah, I'm excited for this one and I'm hoping it has that same like chat and makes me giggle and makes me swoon a little bit. Happy Monday, friends. So, I last spoke to you on Saturday, and I was talking about how I was going to start One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, and I sat down Saturday evening, and I started reading the book, and right away it became pretty evident that the first book in this series, Every Summer After, I believe it's called. No, thank you. I don't even know where she is. How did you hear me? Anyways, it's creepy how she... Anyways. The first book in this series, I completely threw off my train of thought. Let's refresh. Okay, so I started reading One Golden Summer. It became quickly evident that the first book in this series, Every Summer After, is very, very much connected to this fourth book. Connected in that, like, one of the characters was a big character in the first book. And I feel like this one actually may be very beneficial to read the other one first, just because then I will know a little bit more of the backstory and understand a little bit more about what's going on, and I feel like it would just hit different. Like it would just be a better read if I read the other one first. So with that being said, I stopped reading One Golden Summer pretty quickly because, like I said, I made that decision and I was like, I need to just stop, and then eventually when I get the other book or 2 books, at least the other one book, I definitely need to get the one that's connected to this one, and then the second book, the other book I need, which is the second in the series, I'm not really sure if that's connected at all, so I'll pick that one up whenever I can. But I definitely need to pick up this first one before I read One Golden Summer because they seem so very interconnected, and I don't want to, like, I want to appreciate the story in full for what it's supposed to be. I don't want to, like, be missing stuff because I didn't read the other one first. But that being said, so since I stopped that one, I decided I was going to pick up Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn, and I'm so happy that I did because this book is absolutely adorable. It's funny, it makes me laugh, it's spicy, it's really, really good. I am already halfway done, a little bit more than halfway done, because I just love it. I love Megan Quinn's writing. I always forget because I haven't read one of her books in a while, but I absolutely love her writing and I love her characters, and I think this one is so fun. So I picked up Till Summer Do Us Part to continue my how many summer romances can I read in 1 week. So we are 2 done, 1 paused for now, so we're on number 4/3. It's really number 3, but and I will read you the back a little bit, and then I will talk about it a little bit, and we'll keep on chucking through these summer romances. Hold on, I have to open the window, so I'm sorry if you can hear birds and breezes and stuff. Anyways, I got what I wanted. I became buddy-buddy with my boss in an instant, but the cost will be hefty. Finding a husband by tomorrow. Scotty Price has started a new job, and it's a real sausage fest. She's the only woman on a team filled with Brads and Chads. Expecting a bachelor pad atmosphere, she's quickly corrected when she finds out everyone is happily married. In an effort to impress her boss, Scotty mentions her non-existent husband in a company meeting, but eagle-eyed Chad points out her lack of a wedding ring. Panicked, Scotty creates a story about her unhappy marriage. Unfortunately for Scotty, her boss has a solution, a one-on-one session with the best marriage counselor in the Northeast, who happens to be her boss's husband. With no way out of her lie, Scotty agrees to see him. Frantic, she calls in help from her best friend who sets her up with his brother, an improv-obsessed millionaire. Enter Wilder Wells. Wilder. I love that name. More than happy to take on the job, he teaches Scotty the main rule of improv: always say yes. But the rule backfires during the session when Wilder signs him up for an 8-day summer marriage camp with all of Scotty's co-workers, where she'll have to share a cabin with her way too handsome fake husband. So cute. It was so cute so far. I absolutely love this book. It started out pretty quickly and it got right into it, and I think it's really fun. I think it's a really, really fun, like, light summer read. There's drama, there's emotions, there's all that fun stuff, but it's not like, so far, it's not like too crazy heavy or anything, and I really, really enjoy that. Like I said, I'm loving it so far. I just want to keep reading and reading. I am starting chapter 18. Oh, and this version that I have, guys, there's pictures in it. Yeah. Oh, there is pictures in the book. How freaking fun is that? Like, I love it. I think it's so fun because then you just get like a cute little visual in the middle of reading, and then you're like, ah, and then you keep going. I think it's so fun. I think this book is so cute. Funnily enough, the book that I just read about the millionaire, where I was like, it seems a little bit unrealistic, this millionaire is so much, he's just down to earth, and I really enjoy that part, that it's not like over the top millionaire. It's like he has money, but he's still just a regular person, and I love that. But so far I am loving this book and I'm really enjoying it, and it's such a fun summer read, and it's so pretty, and I'm just such a happy girl with my little summer romance. Happy Tuesday, friends. It is update time. So, Till Summer Do Us Part. I did not finish it. I tried hard, but I'm on page 319 and there's 429, so I have 110 pages left, and I probably could have tried to push like last night and this morning to get it done, like really just push through it, but I want to enjoy it. I don't want to just fly through it and push through it just to get it done, because I was just getting really tired last night, and I was like, if I keep reading, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's going to be like, just keep going, I'm tired, but just keep going. So I went to sleep last night, and this morning I just haven't had time to read. So this vlog is ending. I did not finish this book, but let's do a recap of what I did read for how many summer romances can I read in 1 week. So out of the 5 books that I have 2 that I completely read, 1 that I started but put aside for later because I need a different book instead, 1 that I am mostly through, so I would say I almost read 3 since I started 1 and had to stop. So I would say I almost read 3 summer romances in 1 week. Not officially. Officially I finished 2 and I almost finished a 3rd, which I feel like I'm going to finish today or tomorrow. Honestly, probably tonight I will be finishing this one up. So I'll have done it in a week. It just wasn't in time for this vlog to go live. But that is where we're at, and excitingly, there's only 1 book that I didn't even get to pick up at all during this video, and that was The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter. I just ran out of time. I didn't have time to read this one, and it was kind of thick, and honestly, I just didn't get time to it. But I do feel like I'll probably pick this up maybe sometime this month, August or September, just when I really want a fun, light read. Maybe I'll pick it up in the middle of winter, just because, like, I'll be missing summertime, and then I'll get to read it. That, I think, would be really fun. But I will say, Till Summer Do Us Part, just a quick little review. I haven't finished, so I can't tell you exactly if I love how it ends. I have a very strong feeling I know what the, like, 3rd act issue is going to be, the problem. I think it's pretty obvious what it's going to be once you read the book. Like, they're faking it, so, like, they're faking it's going to have to end, probably, and that's going to be an issue. That would be my guess. I don't know for sure, so that's not a spoiler, because I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's my guess. But the first 319 pages of this book are so, so cute, and I will say it does move really, really fast. Like, it is a long book for a romance book, but it does move really, really fast, and I really enjoy it. I love both the main characters, Scotty and Wilder. We get 2 point of views in this. We get both their point of views, which I think is so, so, so much fun, and I think, like, the progression of their relationship from being strangers to friends to, you know, I think it's just really natural, and it goes really well. I think it's really fun, and I think it's so fun that they're, like, basically strangers at a marriage camp together, and I'm just loving it. Honestly, I'm eating it up, and I think it is so great, and I really do think this is such a fun summer read. And between the books that I've read, I'd say these 2 have been my favorite so far. Can't tell you which one I like better, because I didn't finish this one yet. It's probably going to end up being this one if it ends up being really good towards the last 100 pages. But these 2 are tied. I did like Summer in the City, but these ones just have that feeling that I love. They make me giggle. They warm my heart. They make me, like, want to be the couple. So I absolutely love them. And I'll give you a full review of this one. That's JJ. I'll give you a full review of this one in next week's vlog, because I'll have finished it up, and I'll just give you guys a little, like, chat about it just so you guys know the thoughts. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here this week. I tried my hardest to get through as many summer romances as I could, and I'm proud that I finished 2. I had to abandon 1, and then I almost finished a 3rd. So really, I touched 4 of the books in my pile. So I'll consider that a win, because I was trying to fly through as many as I could and check them off my physical TBR, so that is a big win. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were on them, and let me know if you have any great summer romance recommendations. Put them in the comments below, or any great romance recommendations. Put them in the comments below, because I love a good romance book. Like I said, I love when it makes me giggle, like when it makes me swoon, and I just like when the couple is just amazing. Yeah. Well, I feel like if you've read these books, you'll start to figure out what kind of couples I like. But yeah, it was just such a fun week of reading summer romances. I'm so excited for next week when I'm going to dig into a different genre. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Live well, read some books, and go discover, my friends. Bye. So, like, I need a summer romance now, right? Right? Just kidding. Just kidding.